This is Right About Now with Ryan Alford, a Radcast Network production. We are the #1 business show on the planet with over 1 million downloads a month. Taking the BS out of business for over 6 years and over 400 episodes. You ready to start snapping necks and cashing checks? Well, it starts right about now.
Right about now.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Right About Now. It's Friday, May 17th, 2024. We're taking the BS out of business, baby, in our weekly marketing and business news of the week. Joined by my good friend, Chris Hansen, down in the Vacay Lounge in Miami. What's up, Chris?
Just another beautiful Friday in Miami. How you doing today? How's G Vegas?
G Vegas is good. We're expanding, all kinds of new things in the studio. Sawyer's got us a nice design on the background there. I'm just feeling, like we're just all growns up here.
You guys, it's a new look every time we log on, and I'm jealous. I'm just still here in my corner with my bamboo plant.
Exactly. Still #1. That's why this belt sits here. The day we aren't #1 for a 6-month period, we'll take the belt away. We'll store it away. We'll send it to whoever is. But we appreciate you for listening and keeping us at the top of the charts on Apple. Maybe go hit us on Spotify. We're kind of like hovering like top 30 over there. We need to be top. Give us some Spotify love. You could download us anywhere. Just set it to auto download, on both platforms. Because you never know. Some platform could go down or something, and you want to make sure you can catch it.
Yeah, catch it on that flight.
Exactly. We appreciate you wherever you are, whenever you are, however you are. In our weekly news, we try to keep it topical. We like to take the bullshit out, and, make it a little educating, a little entertaining. This isn't breaking news, but we like to pull the articles that we feel like you should know about, give a little insight into what we think it really means. Sometimes reading in between the lines, that's the kind of the story here. Sometimes a story isn't just what it's saying. Sometimes it's what it's not saying. So we like to get underneath it. This first article comes from a man that makes the news a lot. Elon Musk, the CEO of SpaceX and Tesla, announced on Friday that subscribers can upload podcasts, TV shows, or films on X, formerly known as Twitter, and make money through monetization. The tech entrepreneur responded to his sister, Tosca Musk, who is a co-founder of the streaming site Passionflix, by stating that users can now upload their full-length films to X. Gonna watch a whole movie on the social media platform.
Another platform to upload to.
Yeah, well, it's like...
Add one more to the list.
I always liked Twitter/X. Maybe one day we'll just be able to call it X, but it's still Twitter/X. But just a little statement, like Threads is now, it's just a thought of the day, simple note, or, hey, you're a reporter, you're on site somewhere, you just saw something, a quick blip, right? But now, no, we're going to have full-length movies. Tweet about that. It's like, oh, come on, man. And I know why they're doing it. Time on site, they were just trying to be catch-all for everything. And I think even Elon said he ultimately wanted that, the platform to be that. But I like what he's attempting to do with the free speech stuff and, weeding out some stuff. I don't know how successful that is, but I admire his progress and or ambition. I just don't need somewhere junking up like my feed. I like my feed being tight on Twitter of like just insightful quips.
Me too.
Little bits of knowledge, little quotes.
Yeah.
It is the one thing I will say about Threads. When I go spend a little bit of time over there, it's at least clean.
I agree.
So I don't know. Slippery slope.
Twitter's
there.
getting very crowded.
Yes.
Like if you try to click on someone's tweet, most of the comments below it are just ads pushing you to another account.
Yes.
That's not even related to the original post. It's getting very cluttered.
And there's people smarter than me. There's probably people listening that are agreeing with us, I imagine. But obviously they have data folks. smarter than we are with the algorithm and all that. But like at its core though, it's just like, when do you run out of like space and mental energy? Like when you're in the platform, and because just like you said, you used to get on and I could see a few like cool quotes from people I'm following or insights or news, like just really easy to digest. Now you've got the threads within the comments, within the things like, you know, like you said, and a lot of it's got junk ads or whatever. It's just not a clean experience. That UI is not optimal to me right now. And so again, smarter people that know what they're doing, probably, you know, thinking through these things. But my first world experience, call it a focus group of one, is not ideal these days and keeps me from going to the platform more.
I'm right there with you, bro.
So
you said it in a great way, where it's my go-to app if I just want like a little taste and not be fully overwhelmed with content.
yeah,
And now that app, and we used to talk about Threads, we didn't think it was super doing anything new.
yeah,
Now I find myself more in Threads when I just want to kind of read quotes
The
or
simplicity.
something simple. Yeah.
And so this is the reason usually why the spinoffs for these social platforms become a different app. Because if you're going to do full length video, that or they need to have like tiles. Like if you think about like on a spreadsheet, you have tabs. Give me the simple tab for X, you know, like just the copy. If you want to have that full length movie thing over here, have it over here in this column and I can choose to see it or not or whatever. Let me organize my experience, personalize it. Now, I get why they wouldn't do that, because they want you and I and everybody to get exposed to that video or those movies. So it fights against it. And look, we are somewhat squabbling over a free app that we don't pay for. So, you know, we kind of got to get what we get. But if they want our opinion, it's called KISS. Keep it simple, stupid.
Yep.
So we'll see. And look, I don't mind an ad between those quotes. I get it. Baby's got to get paid. You got to have money to make that app. I get it. Got to make a profit. But give me some motivation. Like warm me up. You know, I need some motivational lube on the way down to the ad before you hit me over the head. You know what I'm talking about, Chris.
I know.
Anyway.
There's no finesse on the Twitter ads. It's just in your face. Like watching a video about puppies, and then I actually see a lot of the Delta 8 gummy ads from Cheech and Chong Company all the time. And I'm like, how is this related?
It's because you went to the website or you searched something. You're in the vortex.
The algo's got me, bro.
Yeah, the algo's got you. They got you. There you go. First article. Neuralink. First human brain chip implant experienced a problem.
Weird.
It is weird. And I'm going to say this before I get into the article. Innovation's messy. These guys are trying to help quadriplegics walk that have a terrible quality of life. I mean, you know, and to do things and to have experiences they don't have. Like, so we can beat up on every but the premise here is a good one. And the intent is right. So before I'm going to beat up on anything that obviously you want there to be thorough checks and balances for this kind of stuff. And I'm sure, the watchdogs out there would say that's what they're doing. But let's just not, kill innovation. Because I'll tell you this, if laboratories and everything else that we use today had the scrutiny in the news that there is today on everything that this guy does, we wouldn't have many of the conveniences that we have today. Because, just the scrutiny that would have gone into it. Like, and don't get me wrong, there needs to be scrutiny, but the public scrutiny, public scrutiny is a different thing than, the FDA or something. The people checking behind things. So with that said, this comes to us from Mashable. Elon Musk's medical tech company didn't disclose the issue until they were pressed, according to the report. It is fair to call Neuralink's first human implant a success as it helped a quadriplegic patient interact with his surroundings in ways that he previously couldn't before. However, until this report on Wednesday, the public had not been informed of a problem that resulted in Neuralink even considering removing the implant. Some of the implant's threads placed in the patient's brain had come out, resulting in data loss. Again, obviously things have gone a lot worse, and Neuralink's first implant thus far has been considered a successful endeavor, but they just want more transparency. So, okay, it's been a success. They weren't I don't know what the expectation is. Like, why does
what do the critics want?
Shut
it down.
And what
more.
And what do they owe us? What knowledge of this do they owe us? Do they owe us any of this? I mean, like,
I was thinking that too.
There's governing bodies probably behind,
30 years ago,
yeah.
The news wouldn't have been reporting on this until it was a success.
Yes.
You wouldn't hear the practice rounds or whatever, the innovation part.
This is the news gone bad right here. This is the perfect example of over-newsing. My new term, over-newsing and motivational lube. I did not think I'd get either one of those terms in today, but we did. But this is taking the BS out of business, baby. Look, sometimes taking the BS out of business is telling you the facts. This is too much news too often. Like, I get it. I get it why you could be up in arms on this, but it's not any of your fucking business, probably. Unless you're the governing body of, overseeing all of the health. Like, there's other checks and balances happening here.
Or is anyone asking the patient? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the guys, he might even still be like, yeah, there was a problem, but overall, this is still a positive thing for my life.
And he's probably signed everything to earth,
exactly.
like that he's written away going, I will be the test experiment here. I will hold you unaccountable and unliable. Right.
What does he have to lose?
And look, here's what the journalists will say. Well, if you're going to report good news, then you need to report all the news. Because that's what they would say. They would say, since Elon has been reporting that the first has been generally successful, well, then they need to tell everything. Well, you know what? If you're generally successful and there's probably good and bad they haven't reported. I haven't seen anything deemed this was a win overall. They're just saying generally successful, doing things he'd never been able to do before. Anyway, just stop it with the over news.
Yeah, cut it out.
And if we can get these kind of things implemented in patients, the upshot of this is incredible. That's the bottom line. Americans.
Sorry, Chris.
Go ahead.
I was going to say every business, if they reported on every failure every business had, that would be everybody.
Yeah.
Everyone,
Well, here's how you could spin it. Stocks up this quarter by 18%. Well, why didn't you talk about the first month when you were down 14%? Mm-hmm. Because the quarter we were up 18 because we started a little slow and then we made it up. Well, we needed the negative side of that. It's like, that's what we're talking about a little bit here.
Yeah. So
we'll see. Bloomberg.com. Americans are racking up phantom debt that Wall Street can't track. This is from Bloomberg.com. Consumers have embraced buy now, pay later products that allow them to pay for purchases in installments, but it's not clear how many of these loans are out there. It's hard enough for central bankers and Wall Street traders to make sense of the post-pandemic economy with the data available to them. At Wells Fargo, senior economist Tim Quinlan is particularly spooked. He's really spooked. I used to see this guy. Boo! By the phantom debt that he can't see. He is staying up at night going, we just gave a house loan and I know that she's got some phantom debt somewhere. Yeah. Damn it. I know she's hiding that debt.
To microfinance that perfume on sexfiftheavenue.com with Sezzle or whatever the name of the company is.
Yeah. She's got 47 payments on that new diamond ring. I know
47 payments of $9.99.
Yes.
For the next 47 months.
Exactly.
With a 22% interest rate, probably.
Yeah, exactly. I know she's got a high interest debt somewhere. I know it.
Yeah.
I knew it. Yeah. But it's still interesting nonetheless. And it is happening. I mean, because they have these,
it's huge.
Spread the payment out to almost in everything you purchase now. I was buying something the other day, and it popped up, and it was like they were dying for me to do this. I'm trying to think of what it was. It was like a candle or something. Like it was like something for my wife.
And they're offering like zero interest.
And it's it was like $14. And they're like, you spread this out. And I know it's probably just like an automated thing for like anything you buy. And I'm like, I was tempted. $3.99 for 3 months or $14 at once. But I chose just to buy it. But nonetheless, I think it will be interesting as this stuff continues to proliferate. It feels like it's already everywhere, but I'm surprised they haven't figured out they seem to have figured out everything else to hit your credit report. I don't know why they haven't figured this out. They hit your soft credit, I think, or something when they offer these things. They're not offering people 6 months of payments unless they do some kind of soft credit check. So I don't know why these companies aren't reporting your credit back to them if you are or aren't making the payments, and what that balance is. That will probably be what ultimately gets alleviated, is the reporting back. But I will say, this is a little different. I mean, I've bought furniture, like rooms to go, that 0% financing over 48 months or something. We've done that a couple times. I'll take your free money. Yeah, I'll make those payments. You want to let me keep my cash and spread it out and not charge any interest? Now they're banking that you're going to fuck up and, miss payment and get all that charged. But let me tell you something. I didn't mess that up. I got some free cash off them several times. That new love seat, But the Afterpay thing is even more interesting with, like you said, perfume. I mean,
small purchases.
It's small purchases, but it's also like the $300 or $400 purchases that a lot of people have no business making, probably. And I think that's what we're talking about here is like, okay, people with subpar credit already, maybe already in debt, and they're throwing down another 400 or 500 times 3 on these platforms. And so
I would imagine I'm in Miami, the heart of microfinancing, where everyone is like, you need $500 sunglasses, but you make $25 an hour,
Yeah. A lot of that happening in big cities like that. I mean, it happens everywhere, but you have the lure, and the influence. You're getting influence right and left in those big cities because everybody's everywhere. There's glam everywhere. And so, I mean, it's bad enough with, and my wife can afford it, but like getting influenced by every girl on Instagram for, $8, $9, $10 things left and right. Oh, this new way to brush your hair and fold it under and tuck it. Like, gotta have that. Oil slick in the driveway, baby. from the Amazon truck. But we talked about this. I'm a sucker for some of this. Some of it,
I'm an Amazon Prime connoisseur for sure.
Yes. But we'll see what impact this has. You start to see more impacts on, and this is sort of the point of the article, like back to like business and things like that, like foreclosures on houses, start going up, credit card balances over to, like all that stuff has an impact on the overall economy and the overall kind of business runnings of the country. And that's where, Tim Quinlan is, spooked. I hope his friends are giving him some shit. You know, he's spooked by the phantom. Dead.
Like, I can't deal with it. That just it's just so freaking like cringy. Oh,
Yeah.
It's like, and then the fact like we can't find it. There are billions of dollars probably of this phantom dead is just not being
sitting
reported.
out there. Yeah.
Yeah. Something doesn't make sense to me.
By the Chinese government. It's a spinoff from TikTok.
Well, I know Asia was the first one to do the microfinancing. I think it started in China. Where I feel like 10 years ago I heard about this.
Well, we knew it. We know it.
Yeah, man, they're smart, bro.
This next article comes from us from Marketing Dive, marketingdive.com. Not crushing it. Apple's new iPad Pro ad met with a wave of backlash. I saw this. I mean, it's a little, for Apple,
Was it on purpose?
It's pretty tone deaf. Oh, yeah. I mean, and I get it. By the way, I did a similar commercial to this in 2009 for the BlackBerry. It's essentially saying it's the Swiss Army knife, of the smartphone. But a video showing art objects like a piano and a sculpture destroyed by a massive press marks a rare creative miss for the iPhone maker. To emphasize the slimness, a new commercial titled Crush shows a menagerie of artistic works and tools, including sculptures, a piano, paints, and a vinyl record player getting crushed under a massive metal press. The final result is the iPad Pro, implying that the tablet can contain all of those media capabilities in one sleek device. And so you had all these people come out that are, piano player, and look, the artsy-fartsy, sorry, it is what it is, crowd, that's the Apple crowd.
Are you talking to Sawyer?
No.
The guitarist
absolutely
and
not.
Producer in the room?
Look, I'm artsy-fartsy myself sometimes. I'm just saying, but I don't get my panties in a wad over that shit. And my panties can get in a wad, let me tell you. So, but I know, but you just got to know who your crowd is. It is a little tone deaf. It's like,
especially for their audience, man. You're right. Apple has always been more of kind of an artist's tech company.
It totally is.
And
like
a lot
I said,
of what
I consider
they built
myself in that audience a little bit. It's just,
well, dude, even think about GarageBand. Like, it was the only computer to come standard with music production, video production software. And now you're just like, fuck all you guys and your artist abilities.
yes, I know. And it's just dumb. It's just like, okay. Because if you watch the commercial too, it's the stuff that they chose too. It's like, some of this stuff is I hope that there's someone playing a classical piano, in every lobby. Stuff that's just iconic to our culture.
If someone has a vinyl record player, I'm always like, dude, sick. It sounds amazing. It's
nobody
different.
wants to get rid of that. It's just and especially this crowd. So I don't know, man. Anyway.
That's why I figured they must have done this on purpose to piss people off. I can't think that they thought this is a good idea. This is a great ad.
They thought they were making a good ad showing the metaphor and the Swiss Army knife, that it does all these things, but you can do that creatively without smashing them with a metal press. You can show them feeding in, and there's a lot of different devices for how you could bring that to life. Apple CEO Tim Cook posted the video on X, where it has been met with a negative response, with many users perceiving the ad as hostile to art. Yeah. Metal presses tend to do that, Put your head in the metal press.
I know that that's a trend too, right? The whole metal press videos, people that's a thing. People love watching stuff get smashed. So I feel like they were trying to go off that trend, but just completely missed the target.
Yeah. They need Gallagher on there with a big hammer. Remember that guy, the comedy guy that smashed things with the hammer?
Yeah.
Watermelons. He's smashing it.
That's old.
That's old right there. Our young audience may not remember that. Go look up Gallagher. You'll get a laugh. Yeah. Just smashing things with hammers. Nonetheless, tone deaf. And look, Look, I mean, it pains me to say this. I'm an Apple guy. I hate PCs. Sawyer knows this. He's been trying to talk me into get a PC. Well, for our studio, they do so much more. I'm an Apple guy. I like Apple. But damn, man, are they running out of... Not only are they running out of ideas, now their ideas suck. Like, this is a terrible idea. Like, it's like, if nothing else, the commercials and the creative has always been good, at least at a high standard. Now the fucking creative stinks. Shit, it ain't good. They can't come up with any new features. Their AI is behind. They canceled the car. This shit ain't good. Like, and look, I love Apple. I'm not getting rid of them today, but it's just, again, the smoke. You know what you usually find when there's smoke, Chris?
Fuego, baby.
Fuego. Fire. So something ain't right. We might have to get that PC. Damn it.
Might be time.
We'll smash it with a hammer.
As I'm sitting on my brand new Apple laptop next to me.
Yeah, exactly. I say all these things. I'm not off the bandwagon yet.
Take a lot to get me to go to a Droid, bro.
Oh, yeah. I know. Not the Droid they were back in the day. But I'll say this. I'm still on the band, but man... I'm holding on to that bandwagon. Like I'm holding on one hand behind it, baby. You're dragging me behind the buggy. Like I'm already giving you shit.
We want to support you.
We want to. I still love the product, but damn, let's get the ads back in order. Let's get tech innovating a little bit.
Happy girl dancing to New York City with her headphones in, like a good vibe.
Yeah.
Now they're just like crush all of your history.
Yeah, pulverized. That's the Apple brand too, right? Pulverizing things in a press. Come on, man.
Dude, what are you, fucking Ford or Dodge Ram now? Like, stop it.
Yeah. Oh, speak up. AI secures 500,000 seed investment for revolutionary AI podcast tool. They're coming for us, man. They're trying to get us. The AI podcasting Copilot offers core functionalities, including instant voice cloning, content restructuring, damn it, script preview and editing, automatic music. I mean, it's just the podcast in a box right there, baby. You can't duplicate this, though. You can't get this Southern accent and the highs and lows. I've done the clone. That guy doesn't sound like me. You can't get this accent. No, you probably can, but it doesn't have... No computer is going to have the brain of Chris Hansen and Ryan Alford. Like, they can't think. Baby. It can't think. Let's just say it's not coming up with any of the terms we've had today. Good, bad, or indifferent. You know,
definitely not motivational lube. That one's only something a good old fashioned human can spit out.
They're not coming up with that one. Nonetheless, this does sound interesting. Look, let me say this. I like technology that makes life easier, that simplifies things, that takes unnecessary steps out, that lets my people do their creative things and not spin wheels on administrative stuff. So I'm all for tools that do that. But the slippery slope was just creation of content and abstract ideas and creative ideas and human thought. And human perspective.
Consciousness.
Yeah. And so that's where the slippery slope is. But speak up, AI. If you want to get in on that seed round, they're looking for money. Promoters of Mike Tyson, Jake Paul Netflix fight offer a $2 million VIP package. Chris, you want to split this? I think we're in on this $1 million piece.
Yeah. Yeah. How many seats do we get?
I don't know. That's what we're going to read right now. Mike Tyson will return to the ring on July 20th to fight Jake Paul. Especially put air quote, fight. Right. If they really do get it on, this is going to be one of the most entertaining things I've ever seen.
Yeah.
There's going to be some limitations. There's got to be. I don't know if they were going to hit headgear. I don't know what. If they're just wailing, that's going to be awesome. Anyway, in a boxing match streamed on Netflix, fans are already betting on the fight. Expected to be the most wagered on match of the year. Promoters are offering a $2 million VIP package to the fight. Wow. This article details does not have what is included in that $2 million, but one could presume it's quite lucrative and quite inclusive. I imagine it's a box and
jet to and from
maybe you would hope
the fight.
I mean, if I had clients, if I had the right clients to entertain at this level, I would think about that, because that's a once in a lifetime kind of thing. Jake Paul, the prime of his, pun intended, of his career, sort of, whether he's a boxer, influencer, business person, all these things. And then Mike Tyson, one of the most feared men on the planet, when he fought, it's just the once in a lifetime type of thing. And no matter what circus it ends up becoming, that would be a nice client experience. If you had the right one, if you're doing this kind of level of business, roll them in there. So I like it, but it's a lot of fucking money.
It's a lot of dough.
Yeah. And I'm like, are you sitting ringside? You got to be sitting ringside, right? I don't want to be up at the box. Sounds cool, but maybe pre, you're getting your
meet and greet,
getting your thing on, pre-match, meeting all, rubbing shoulders with celebrities, do all that you're doing. But I want to be ringside if I'm going to spend $2 million.
I want their fucking boxing gloves. I'm paying $2 million.
Autographed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then flip them for $4 after the fight.
Exactly. It's going to be a good fight. It's going to be a good show. I don't know if it's going to be a good fight. It's going to be a good show. It's the spectacle. That's what this is. Okay. Anyone out there that's going, oh, what the fight's going to be? I'm curious myself. But as a marketer, I more appreciate the spectacle and the newsworthiness and the buzz that this creates. And, people might argue, well, if you can create buzz, but does it have substance? It's two of the most popular for different reasons and different,
right.
at different eras. That's substance, no matter what that fight does. If Jake Paul falls down, okay, and lays down, okay, I'll be a little pissed about that. But it doesn't have a high threshold actually in the ring. You want it to be competitive or interesting, but the whole spectacle, everybody that's going to bring there's occasions when the sizzle is big enough. I'm a big sizzle steak guy. You got to have some steak behind the sizzle, because that sizzle wears off. But something like this, sometimes the sizzle's big enough.
Yeah.
And this might be the case. Now, if it actually turns out to be a legitimate fight in the ring, it might go down as one of the greatest promotions of all time. Just promotions. I'm not saying fights. So, hey, if you want to be in the news, make the news. There's your learning lesson. They're making the news. McDonald's bringing back that $5 meal, baby. Inflation's up, babe. It's expensive out there. McDonald's is working to introduce a value meal in U.S. stores to help offset an increasingly challenging environment for consumers. The $5 meal could include 4 items: a McChicken or McDouble, 4-piece chicken nuggets, fries, and a drink. That's a lot of damn food for $5. Potential, not sold in yet. Offer comes at a time when low-income consumers are beginning to pull back on spending, particularly at fast food brands. This comes to us from CNBC.com. Another reason to go to McDonald's. $5.
I will say all those items used to be on the dollar menu, so they're still getting you for an extra $1 compared to previous years.
Oh, ho home, Chris.
Because I used to live off of McDoubles and McChickens.
Yes. The McChicken, the McDouble, the $5 meal come back. Look, I still want the $5 roast, 5 for $5 roast beef at Arby's. Those are the days I long for. That was a deal. 5 for $5 on the roast beefs. Come on, man.
Get a
sesame seed bun. Sorry.
Cup of chili.
Sorry, McDonald's. Giving your thunder away to Arby's here. But, you know, now you get $5 roast beef sandwiches now at Arby's. It's just like $15. Like, you know, 20.
And
there's your inflation right there, 300%.
That's you plus the boys, right?
Oh, yeah. Exactly. Oh, we can't get out of a fast food restaurant for less than 60. You kidding me? The way the Alford boys eat? Talking like baskets of fries, 40-piece nuggets. Stuff to gargle down like, you know, disposal. Like washing that thing down with 7 Cokes. Like, and look, we're like an every other week McDonald's. Like once every other week.
Flapjack Fridays.
Yes. Hot cake Fridays. Yes. Plus like maybe one extra like random Happy Meal here and there. Look,
sure.
Working family, man. It's just convenient sometimes.
Yeah.
Look, they play every sport. I don't want any hate mail. Don't DM me saying you shouldn't feed your kids that shit. Look, my kids are more active than any kids on the planet. Well, most kids on the planet. But you gotta get that Happy Meal in sometimes. Sometimes you just ain't got time to cook. Y'all know what I'm talking about. This $5 thing, I'm thinking how many of those I could order to get the whole food. I think I might get 3 of those things and feed the whole family. You know? Good luck. I know. I'll eat a salad or something, though.
Tasty McSalad.
Tasty McSalad. I'll have some McSalad and some McBacon on that. Oh, that's all we got time for today, my friends. We got work to do around here. Chris, any final words?
Everyone have a great weekend. It's getting hot out there. Stay hydrated.
Yes. Stay hydrated. It's getting warm. And we appreciate you for listening. You can always leave us a review on Apple or Spotify. They could do the ratings or the reviews. We appreciate all those. Those help. So if you go do that. And as we improve the video product, we appreciate, go check us out on YouTube. Watch the video. See how pretty Chris is. I promise he is. You know where to find us. RyanIsRight.com. All the highlight clips, all the links, back episodes. Use that search bar, search for Instagram tips. I'm telling you, you'll learn something and you'll find who knows, hundreds of videos at this point. Almost 500 episodes in, baby. Chris Broby Hansen on Instagram. I'm at Ryan Alford. We'll see you next time on Right About Now.
This has been Right About Now with Ryan Alford, a Radcast Network production. Visit RyanIsRight.com for full audio and video versions of the show or to inquire about sponsorship opportunities. Thanks for listening.